Hello brother folks, welcome and welcome back. Hold on, let's get the microphone closer. Yes, so now I think that is ready. Oh, well, where's the screen? Alright, I think that is working. Sorry folks, a little delay here, but strange, I don't see anything in the... Oh, it's starting now. Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Gnomes and we are going to, well, where is this? Ah, now it is. Sorry folks, I was checking if everything was correct. Never happened that way. I don't know the screen was black. So, welcome back. I'm Gnomes and this is the continuation of this character modeling, and soon, maybe on this week, still on this week, rigging. I'll do also some shading, texture, stuff like that, right? So basically, this is Aisha. It's a character, original character of mine from Sci-Fi-ish universe, so 3D animation project, all made in Blender. And let's get some soundtrack here. Every day during the weekdays I try to make some developments here, and hold on folks, here this is Aisha. So yesterday I finished some body mesh retakes, then today costume and hair. Yes, so the costume, the clothes, I've made a first-hand development already, but there is need to be more details, right? So one thing that I think will be nice, so this material, I should change this already. Let's call it cloths, fabric, I don't know, fabric, let's call like that. And I think I'm using this same thing in other places, right? Like here, this might not be a great idea. Maybe I have this on other parts. Yes, I think that is... No, this is something else. Boots. Okay, this is some name there, doesn't matter, but in principle, yeah, so I have to revise those things. But here, apparently this is the only place that we have got that. So I'm gonna call this fabric or floral fabric. Fabric floral. Yeah, because I'm gonna go on shading. I've already found taking a while here. I've already decided where I don't want this. I've already decided where I would be using. Oh, what are those things? This is a cloth pattern. Oh, this is for another. That's okay, because if this was... Okay, I don't want this image texture here. What I want, let's add a new one. Yes, it is that one. Actually open. So I have here to find... I have this asset library. And I'm trying... This is not super organized, but base color. So I've downloaded this fabric here, and let's get an image texture here. and get here the same. Oh yes, the UVs are completely messed up. So linear closest, I think, for single image. Yes, let's do the control T. Yes, it's the UV generated will be, no, not the case. Yeah, it's chaotic, so yeah, it should be a UV thing. Point, texture, not sure that. Okay, let's live like that, straight, known. Alright, so to solve the UV of that, do I have seams? So I'm gonna not show stuff here, just the seams. Let's also simplify this, just show this. And alright, let's cut this maybe. Yeah, because this is another material, it's still the same mesh, but it's another material, so I'm gonna just separate. Why do I have this selection on? Makes no sense to me. Alright, and then maybe here another one, or maybe this one. Okay, mark seam. Could also cut here, right? Why not? Or below. Mark seam. It'll get some UV, right? So Shift F10. This, yeah, I certainly need a cut below. So I want this. Mark seam. Why shouldn't I? Didn't work. I think I've accidentally marked sharp. Here we can do that. Even though maybe I create another material there, another thing, but for now, yes, this is good. Then for this opening here, I think that will work. Maybe it will be a bit disorganized. And here, yes, mark seam here. Dividing here might be a good idea. Yeah, let's do this. It will maybe make these patterns more. So their other idea would be maybe doing here, right? Yeah, maybe this will be better, more regular. And more hidden. Clear seam. And then we need this one. Mark seam. And this one at the bottom, well, yeah, we can accept this, even though it's not sort of inverse, but that's That's okay. I could also mark seam in this stuff, just so that we recognize better. It's good for selections. I think it's leaves things more organized, even if we're not using. So here, yeah, I don't know what that will do. UV unwrap. Ah, there we go. Beautiful, right? So strange patterns there. Some crazy things. I'd expect this to be less symmetric. Maybe I just have to play with that then. Yeah, I'm moving some stuff there, right? Well, it's the mirror modifier that is doing that, right? The inner part, I wouldn't like it, yeah, to have the same pattern, right? So select seam. Oh, I see. All right, so do these have a yeah, there's a solidify modifier. This looks like a face. Alright, so yeah, it's not perfect. We can be changing those things, but really the annoying thing is, let's go back to the, oh, let's also do this. Let's save here, let's return to layout, let's the lights were off. Yeah, so I think this is like good cheating, right? I didn't make this texture, but it's sort of a floral texture that looks nice. What I could achieve here, so this is very annoying. Okay, let's do something here. Is there a way to can I change the material? Oh, this also, let's I think this was not reset. UV, oh, there's no seams here, that's why. This object is just like that, yeah, so let's just do a mark seam. unwrap. Yeah, that's very nice. All right, so can I have like solidified that uses a different material? I don't think so. Yeah, I'll require some sort of that might be achievable with hold on, I think I have an idea. Maybe if the interior I can... No, it's just the same. Yeah, I cannot affect the... It's back face, right? No, it's not even back face. Okay, so maybe there's a problem to research at another moment. What matters here is that we have this. Let's proceed. And about... Yeah, it will be really cool if I... Okay, so at least for the mirror, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable this one, it's a backup, and I'm going to apply this one, and by doing this, do I see the seams here? What happened to the seams visualization? This one, though, it still has the same. I can keep the mirror, but for this one, alright, so let's check again. Shading. Maybe I'll have to re-unwrap everything. Oh yes, let's try to... Oh, I have an idea. Maybe... Yeah, let's not use this one. Clear seam. Let's UV that. Let's UV everything again. I dislike those vertices there. Is there any smart UV project? Nah, those things still keep occurring. So I don't really know how to solve that simple, not so simple problem, but at least we got this, oops, not here. Yeah, I could make this yeah, I think this looks pretty cool, and here let's try to play a little with the scale, maybe do something different here. So you see it better. Alright, so that took a while, but I think it's doing its job. It always will take, really in terms of design, will take composition, right? It'll take a long while if I want to perfect this with all the virtually infinite possibilities, right? So let's see what else. So I'm gonna ignore these things because of the lighting. Usually we won't see, and this is might be just some kind of cloth that has this sort of yeah, it's printed on both sides, right? There exist fabrics like that, right? I would prefer not, but since I cannot find a quick solution, I don't want to apply the solidify modifier. That will be too messy, right? I already didn't like the thing of the mirror, but there's another way to get that I know to get the non-symmetric texture, so that is good, especially for this character who is an artist herself, a painter, a designer. So let's see what I can do from here. Okay, so this is the only floral pattern here she will have, and that changed a lot the some of the ideas, right, for this character. So I think I was using here, right? That's kind of cool, but this is too vibrant. But it kind of combines well with the... It's just not that material that I would like here. What does this have? It looks like some sort of... diffuse. Oh, this This got some old school, maybe. Yeah, this is a self-shading thing with influence from color, light of the lights of the world. So I'd like something that doesn't have exactly this kind of result. So maybe I should. Yeah, Klotz is doing something else. Let's duplicate this. Let's call it fabric white or pants. Hakama, yeah. So the idea, I'd like to have. So first of all, I'm gonna take this off. All this is old stuff. I don't want these. Maybe a bit more bluish. Yeah, let's try. Principle, no, not principle, volume principle. Principled PSDF. No, we don't need all those things, so just okay, just like that. So these are radical change to what I were doing. And here, because of this, yeah, sounds a little displaced of colors. It was more neutral before. Because this color is lacking. It's too deep. I don't want these seams here. No, this is not what there was here. What was there before? Oh, I remember. I've just changed some. Yeah, no, this is not good, of course. I had a color. Eyelashes, yeah, I got that one, I think. Yeah, it's more stable, but it's still not fitting. I have to work on that later. Alright, but this is not... Well, with this cloth having this particular changes, right? I don't really need to make some designs that I wanted there. Maybe it's not... Yeah, might be not required. And here, what I do with that, maybe I... Is that any good? What if that still continue? No, this is bad. This could work, but it seems too, yeah, it's too aggressive. This also is too aggressive, but at least it combines a little better. Maybe of the boots, if that could have the this contrast. This doesn't work very well. This is more neutral. Yeah, so it's the same thing. I need a new material for these eyelashes here, some differentiation. So let's just pinpoint that. I'll call this fabric extra, and I'm gonna recall it from here. To make this thing differentiated, let's attempt some color here that and the shader, right? It's just a diffuse shader. Oh, hello, Saki Gaki Meka Zawa, welcome back. Hello there, yes. So I arrive in interesting times. I'm making a new character in modeling, right? Shading. This is Aisha, or universe building. How are you doing? So here, let's see. Alright, let's leave like that. And now returning to the layout here. Yeah, so I've decided that I don't want any more details here for this. We could have some mesh thing, but it could be a bit too brutal. Something like that. Yeah, it might be too rough, right? Unless I do as I expected for the... This will destroy all the... Yeah, let's not do this stuff here. As the model sheet, there were some stuff here, some patterns that I would like to create here, but now that the cloth has this cape has these patterns of butterfly and flourish patterns, floral patterns, right? And so those things might not be so relevant now. I've got other decorations, so let's see if there's anything that might worth working here in more details. No, it's all relatively simple. Maybe I'm just trying to overdo stuff, right? Well, I just want to be able to do some proper funny animations, right? And maybe that is just good enough, right, for what I need. Yeah, enough pattern. So that really, that image texture here is a big game changer for my plans. So I should try to... I need to rethink those annoying nails here. I think they indeed got rescaled appropriately, but I wonder if I'll be able to... It's still experimental, so I'm not sure if this is gonna be sustained. Yeah, I remember I was having a lot of problem with the intersection things. This working for both sides. Yes, I'm good. Nice. I want to challenge myself to join the 256 fee. Yes, seems interesting. Make the model with max. Oh yeah, so trigons. Wow, and two. That might be a game-related challenge. Just 256 square pixels texture in one material. Interesting. Yeah, those challenges. I would like myself to participate in some challenge, but I feel I'm not ready now. But good that it's always interesting to make part of those things. There are so many things to learn, and the inspiration that we can get from that including when there are more people involved, if it's a collaborative project. If it's not yet, it's great to share the thing on time with the other participants, and it's usually very interesting to have this these experiences. But I don't know this particular challenge. That sounds interesting. And it's not like yeah, it's minimalist apparently, so a lot of this helps, because it's more achievable, even though it still requires a lot of investment, some investment, right? Engagement. If the thing is too complicated, too complex, then people might just not participate, right? Yeah, join it to get some feedback. Seems like I'm lacking of feedback right now. Yes, so feedback, it's very essential, right? No matter what, we need to, in the internet, it's like, well, real life too, but I occasionally, there's some like feedback is, I have been occasionally a teacher or tutor and orienting some artists sometimes, and in the internet sometimes I give some feedback on some compositions. It's very hard to get good feedback usually, like complex feedback. And so it's usually good to know from who we are taking the feedback. Someone who is really not random feedback, right? Even though, yes, taking random feedback can we can be surprising, right? I usually for a long time I don't look too much for feedback like I could, like I have done maybe in the past, I'm not sure, because I don't know, because myself I have some experience in giving feedback on those composition stuff. I have some background experience in some, so I'm very concerned sort of the quality of the feedback I might receive, because myself, when I give feedback to people, to artists, I do my best to give a fair feedback that is at the same time that is critical, right? It's not like just, oh, this is good, this is bad, this is horrible. No, I explain why there are problems, and I explain why there are potential, because there's always more than and so I don't see myself taking. I feel for me it's like I would get mad too easy by random feedback, by asking and getting random feedback from people that don't know what they're talking about, that don't have that are not educated for giving feedback. It's a school of giving feedback, like, so I prefer sometimes to avoid because I cannot trust the people. I know, like, it's like I don't give a fuck. I know what I want. I have a long trajectory in making art. Of course, this doesn't mean that I am great or anything like that. But I want to take feedback from people the way I myself offer feedback to people. And so it's very difficult for me to look for feedback because of that. So I prefer to be silent, not show anything until you see what I mean? I do my things secretly. I don't ask feedback. And when I have if I have questions, of course, I try to look for, but usually technical questions, they are easy to ask for me. But if there are artistic questions, that is more complicated. And so I could be getting a lot of I could be missing thousands of interesting feedbacks, like trash feedback and good feedback, rich feedback, if I were looking for artistic feedback everywhere. Eventually someone will say something interesting, but it takes so much mining to get the good ones that it's like either people would say, oh, your work is great, maybe look at, I have already too much work to do on my research to be dragged attention on little details. Like, for example, yes, there is this, I could confirm I'm not too confident to be engaging in this pool of random feedbacks, right? But if I had a teacher, an artist orientator that I would trust, a master, someone like that, some artist that I like and that I trust, that I know, or maybe not an artist, but someone that has some I had teachers, right? Someone that I know has experience teaching arts, then I would want all the time feedback from that person. Serious feedback, right? Profound feedback. I'd prefer that kind of low profile while working on and review with the project done. For example, I have a friend, a Discord friend, right? And he was complaining. He complained about some aspect of the breast of the character design that I have here. Like, it is too low. Oops, what's that? Wrong. Like, he noticed that my character design for these girls, the breast is much lower than realistic breast here. Realistic breast, the breast should be, some artists, I think they are wrong, they anatomically wrong, they draw the breast like occupying this space here. You see, from the bottom here to the top. Ignore the rest, just imagine, okay, that's like the breast is glued, is nearly glued to the anchored and glued to the shoulder, and I think this is very, I find it ugly. Well, there's some charm to that, but it's like the breast is too up. Instead there is gravity, and then the breast really are pulled down. But in my style, because these characters are very thin and elongated, you see the breast goes very much lower, but this is all proportional to, or tries to be more proportional to the model as a whole. And of course this might look awkward, but if I push those breasts up as he suggested, that friend of mine suggested, that would, okay, that part will look good, the top one, but then the lower part will look very, very strange to my, because there would be, so I on purpose, it's nearly intuitive, and I've been working on this style for like more than 10 years, and now of course less time by doing the 3D adaptation, and I've made a huge retake work, serious, profound retake works. I can show you all the calculations. I've redone these model sheets over and over again, like, I don't know, I lost the counting. Let me show you here. And so he pointed out something that I already investigated. It's not that what he pointed was incorrect, but at the same time it was not correct. Here we got some, you see these guides here? There are a lot of guides here that I've made to get as much as accurate as possible for my needs of what I was doing with the character design. And I've made serious calculations, so I've started moving the breast up and down for like half one of those, 1/3 of one of those, and up and down and up and down and up and down. And sometimes I put them here, but then it didn't connect, it didn't work very well in relation to the position of the crotch and the navel, and so I went like uncountable. And of course that friend of mine didn't know anything. He just looked quickly at the, oh no, the breasts are too far from the and maybe actually that feedback of him maybe made me reconsider. Maybe I wasn't, that time I wasn't so wrong at making it intuitively a little up. But not too much, right? Just a little more up. So this is like, this is why I don't, I avoid taking feedback from he, of course I told him some of the context, right? And but it was interesting, but then it was feedback that wasn't contextualized with the proportion. So it was his mistake. His intuition was right in some ways. Maybe there's some detail here, millimetric stuff that can be improved, but at the same time the overall indication was highly exaggerated, highly exaggerated, and anatomically incorrect regarding the whole thing. It's about personal preference, I think. Yes, so partially, yes, there is some preference thing, but I believe there is something like special proportions, like there's the golden ratio, there are other stuff like that, mathematical stuff that were never calculated properly for us any particular style, for every particular style. So I believe there are some, I never calculated, I'm not a mathematician, but I believe for each artist, as you say, there is some personal preference, but this personal preference, they can also be further developed, not just according to preference, but according to training, according to development of a style, getting deeper into the rabbit hole of a style, right? And then you start to learn new things and improve new things, and this occur over time, over years of practice, of experience. And so yes, there exists personal preference, artistic choices that are, from mistakes they become the correct thing. So, and they can be improved even more to be more radical on certain choices and stylistic choice. And so that's the interesting part. Yeah, so it is very mysterious, because at some stage the artist, maybe a young artist is trying to find a particular style of his or her own, but it takes several iterations until personal preference becomes, how do you say, sculpted is not the word, the verb, but lapidated, I don't know, stones, jewels, they got sculpted carved into perfection, something like that, and from raw, right? And so sometimes the artists indeed need the feedback and more experience to be carving those jewels from a more raw, inexperienced, fresh moment. But that personal preference already exists and already is showing a style, but the style is still in an early stage of development, maybe on medium stage of development. It's a never-ending quest, right? But this style for 3D, for me, it's like I'm in I'd say I'm not on an early stage of development, I'm on a mid-term development, not late stage, because there's too much for me to learn yet on 3D. When I make like these 3D characters, like more than 20 times over that, new characters on this, then I will probably level up, right? And as for the 2D, I'm on a late stage. I think there's little I think I can still do with my graphism on those characters, although if I dedicated a lot on that, I will find new stuff, right? Okay, let's see if there's no, this is some Japanese thing. Okay, yeah, so here the problem is that yeah, this is one problem. Many people that try to do some decent feedback, but they are not enough qualified in the context of artistic stuff. They will fail into recognizing what is personal preference and what is let's say technical mistakes or misorientations, wrong orientations of those choices. So they mix up everything, and sometimes they see personal preference of the artist that maybe it's a personal preference that is not super consistent because it's still on a lower or medium stage of development, but it exists. It is a personal preference, but it needs more development. So instead of recognizing that it is part of the style, it is just said, this is wrong, go and do something else. And this is very, very stupid, because it fails to recognize that the oddity is what creates the originality of a style. So instead of doing that kind of feedback, I think the correct thing, the best thing to do is actually to see what is the odd thing about a project, about a style, and then an artwork, and then see the potential of that bizarre thing or that oddity, that apparent mistake, and say, now this, and find how that can be improved towards something more original, even more mistaken than it was, if that makes sense. And so this requires a lot of abstraction power, because you're trying to visualize what the artist is or cannot visualize, is visualizing or partially visualizing, or cannot yet visualize at all. And so it requires that some sort of intuition from the part of the person who makes the feedback, nearly an art critic. So alright, so I'm looking for things to improve here. So apparently the materials, right, there's not too much things that I would like to improve here. Yeah, this is nearly ready to read, right? Oh, I was doing the nails. Yeah, let's go back here. I wasn't able to find... I see. Now I know the personal preference have more biases. The more you experience, more polished the feedback. I'm thinking. Yes, there are, exactly. Of course, it depends also on the artist that is receiving the feedback to be open-minded and curious to really, even from bad feedback, to take from that bad feedback, poor feedback, what can be useful, right? So there's also this part. But why take the suffering, right? The risk of, right? It just sometimes is just like offensive. Like why will you keep taking violence from, right? It's really not necessary, unless the artist is really carving from any sort of feedback. I think this is there is value in this, like to toughen up the ego, not in the sense of becoming more egocentric, no, just in the sense of becoming more resilient to a typical problems, right, in society. Professionals, right, need to handle this, learn to handle this, so that's fine, right? So it might be, it's good sometimes to oneself to propose, to take some random feedbacks and see the real thing. It's not the real thing, it's just an experience, right, from the crowd that can sometimes be interesting. but I don't think that this, on the long term, I don't see this as good practice, precisely because the artist has more things to do, much more important things to do, to be listening to everyone's opinions, right? Sometimes you just don't need that, because there's a chance that you're just wasting time with opinions that are not, will just be uselessly annoying and repetitions of the same ideas, like, yeah, like anything that. So that's why the artists cannot just look for. That's also valuable for younger artists, I think. Unfortunately, it's very hard to get refined feedback. Not very few people can do that. Even artists, they there's a training, there's for those kind of stuff. Life is training, it's a training in that sense, but there are it's like if the artist has a sensibility for making the arts and for turning whichever feedback it is given to him or her into better art, it is also a challenge, a true challenge, of an ethical challenge, and for the one that may be an artist or not, the one that is giving feedback also has a responsibility to give to, and also there, what I mean is that there is a sensibility for giving feedback. And so people think feedback is just about technical thing, just say what you want and that's it. No, there is an exchange, a sensible exchange, and this is what people don't get, and that is why there exists professional critiques, art critique, right, that are capable of giving profound feedback. And I say that because actually I have studied fine arts and I have learned a lot of tricks, and there exists this universe, and because we don't study that, we don't study with the right masters, we are not in the field where those things are discussed, experienced, right? We don't build up ourselves into that direction of, right? It's not like on schools, sometimes we just don't learn the art of critique of art. And this is very sad, because then people just ignore what that is. So it becomes something like very crude, very crude. Alright, I'll never know what to... Oh, I remember the problems of this. Okay, so it's like I have this face here. Right, it's a planar face. That's here, sorry. That's here. No, it's the same, okay. So here I was... Yeah, so here it seems to be working, but you see the intersections are not very good. Okay, actually I need to be looking at these, not the seams, the creases. Let's look at this. I see. Okay, so I think I'll make this into a it didn't seem to solve anything, so let's place crease 1 on all that and see what happens. Okay, this is terrible. I just got an idea here. What if I give this a solidify? So 0.5. So you see that this starts to round up. There are 2, so this maybe it's a good thing. 0.3, let's try. This is not too bad. 0.1. No, this is too sharp. 0.4 then. Yeah, this seems to be accurate. I don't know why this is happening. Yeah, this is it's because of the decrease of this one. So there's got this value. Maybe if let's try something crazy here. No, that doesn't work. What if I change all of this to this value? No, also doesn't work. So let's leave this one. Maybe this, yeah, so if I get this thing to be YouTube. No, so it's very hard to it start to make sense. Forgot if I can level this up. Apparently the more I level this up, no, then it returns to have this. It's not totally bad, but I prefer that it have this type of circular thing. Maybe I need to do something about this one. No, then this one. No, then yes, so apparently I need to reinforce which is crazy, right? So got yeah, so let's get these to have like this value here, but then I just want these ones to change this to no, they all I did this wrong. Shift E -1. Copy here. Right, then we get this whole face, and let's make it 0. Maybe just augment Shift E 0.2. No. Shift E 0.2. This will add 2 to that, and then yeah, so that was the mystery thing. Yeah, this whole face needs to be what is happening there? Ah, it is snapping. Some snapping madness. Soundtrack has finished. Let's try to put it back. Not finished, it's just
YouTube Music Premium.
Get back to the beginning. Alright, so solve the problem. I just hope that this face with this different edge crease don't make things too bad. I really is not changing anything. Yeah, so my experience after dealing with all those edge crease method is that, well, it's not super beneficial. It's a nice solution, but it creates its own intricacies. Shift E 0.2 like this, so it's hard to see what's different, so we can easily ruin a model. And what is the the whole thing here? Let's Shift E -1. Let's give this a Shift E 0.4. Yeah, 0.4 seems to be safe. What's the camera doing here? Yeah, this maybe is nicer. GG, not sure. No. Give it back. As for this one, okay, and then I don't know what. Oh, this one, of course, I forgot. Shift E 0.2. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's at least it's better than before. At least it seems to be working now. Shift is 0.2. Screencast on. Good. Okay, this thumb is a bit bizarre, but could attempt some change on the color of these nails, the material. Let's see, currently there's some skin light, doesn't make sense. This certainly is not for this. It's beautiful, but not exactly what I would like to have. There's some lipstick. That is nice, but actually for this part, for Aisha, I think needs something. The white was kind of interesting for her for some reason. Clarity. So it will be let's say there is this fabric extra. No, but this is not. So I was using this one, right? Sort of very glossy, or at least what it looks, but it's just this kind of self-shading. Alright, that will work. Now, yeah, I think I'm okay with the cloths right now, so I lock all that. Okay, no more selectable cloths. There's just this thing for the hair that I might be reworking. No, I'll rework directly the hair. Yeah, so definitively I've got to the hair. We need the grease pencil now to check on the hair. Yeah, so the very long process. Here I remember something about the clothes, the shirt there. But no, let's go for the okay, not costume, not guides, front hair, side hair, and that's it. So we're gonna get unselectable this. We want to get the hair selectable. This is not hair circle, this is hair how to call it? Scalp, hair ponytail, hair strand left. Why there's this actually this is mirrored, right? So strand this number in the front, at least that allows them to be organized in this way. Body, let's make this unselectable. Yeah, so the shirt is the only thing that I would like to edit, but that will be not for now. Yeah, let's ignore this for now. Let's look at these. So for this hair, indeed, I would like, it would be nice if I had this technique, famous technique of the curve objects, right? But this also works. There are very beautiful effects that we can achieve in a much simpler way with that other method, right? Of the curve. The twisting is incredible. But I will have to contentate myself. That word exists here. Yeah, I won't make up my mind for this character because I'm on a quest to see if I can achieve good results, good enough results for this. Then for other characters that need other interesting hairstyles, then I'll reconsider my approach, because indeed there are limitations to the way I'm doing this here, and so maybe I should get those things. I have armature modifier here if it is not rigged. And why do I have this offset stuff in this condition? I don't understand. Maybe I want it to be different than the... Yeah, maybe I just differentiated it voluntarily at some point. Can have some proportional editing here. Let's try to make some exaggerated ideas here. Need to be a pattern here at least. Yeah, I see the ponytail is like the easiest thing to be working it in. A lot of freedom to... A lot of things will work fine here. Okay, let's see the... Yeah, and some shapes here will be purposely awkward, and that will be nice. Alright, and I don't have a subdivision in this inner part. Maybe I should. .3, right? Shift E 0.3. So I could create this edgy part here also. Maybe some differentiation. Take this off, the proportional editing. No, this is not... Oh yeah, maybe this is the part that I was looking for. See here some problems. No, this is normal. This is not so good subdivision, I think. The way I've done here, but what else can I do? J again, shift is 0.3. Okay, let's skip this shape. Maybe I just need to connect this there. J, shift is 0.3, and that's it. Okay, good chaotic stuff here. Okay, this is nice. Okay, let's skip that. Maybe just here. Move this back down a little like that, right? And I remember I want to look at the sharp. That one needs to be sharp. Mark sharp. Maybe I can take these sharps off. Yeah, so this will be optional. Yeah, I think we can... Oh, yeah, we can handle that. Maybe it's better like this. Sharp just on one orientation. Alright, then what else? So I've changed how it will look from here, but this material, not material, this circlet, okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, let's just make these two available. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, it seems to work, but I want more adequacy here. To the shape. This doesn't really matter, right? It is hidden. Can maybe bring that inside even more, but it will cause a lot of disruption. Let's work from this. I'm missing some crease here. Alright, just that one. Yeah, so basically our mission here is simple. I just want to improve these intersections here. And then here. GG. And here totally we could just pick this, maybe give that SZ0, then rotate from here and try to sort of align somewhat like here. It's not perfect, but that should work. So, right. Great improvement here. Now I can probably hide this one. And this here, very strange shapes. Yeah, probably I can play with those in some way. Let's see what you can do here. I see, I have, this shouldn't be here. Yeah, I've made this for the 3D model, so there might be a reason for that. Yeah, so radial thing might be the good shot here. Like, I could adapt the mesh topology here to get for the sculpt so that it has some sort of radial thing going out of that. It might make sense, yeah, because then we can play with similar features. And so let's try that. So if I inset this, no, like here, but then I forget what does the thing that I want, but doesn't matter. I can just cut here and cut here, merge at last, merge at last, shift E 0.3, shift E 0.3. Yes, this object I can hide for now. So the idea would be to, yeah, go radial here. So instead, let's make this go to here, then of course this can go towards there. So this will be looping just as this one. Control X this. Merge at last, merge at last, merge at last. No, this was incorrect. Merge at center. Merge at last, merge at last. Let's hide these ones for a moment. Yeah, so I want this one to go here. Dissolve that. I feel like I'm lacking the proper radialization. It is working, but it seems to be something I'm missing. And here, of course, I don't need this oh, I see. Alright. Subdivide J and maybe here too. There we go. All those are just the same, right? .2 creases, yeah, looks like that. Shift E, negative 0, Shift E 0.2 crease, there we go. So with this, now I can probably try reproducing those effects. Not sure here's the most appropriate idea, but we'll try. We'll see what will happen. No sharps here. Alright, let's mark sharp. Oh, there were some sharps. Alright, let's clear sharp. Clear sharp. Clear sharp. Clear sharp. So let's get here, 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 and here. Mark sharp. Yeah, I see. I want another here to be meeting here. solve that one. Here I'm not totally sure, maybe we need this. Mark sharp. This is one of the hardest things I know. Intersections. Never know how to get the visual apparent curvature working as I really want. It's always too wavy, and of course one of the reasons I'm struggling is because of the edge creases, not the sharps, the edge creases, which make things slightly more complicated to handle. Okay, but this mesh is yeah, it's looking not sure if hers. Yeah, it's like maybe she needs exactly to have this. But I think I need to smooth this out maybe more and Alright, this is also adequate. Just this part is not so good. Maybe I need another one here to solve this. Yeah, it's it's not super. Yeah, it makes sense, but it's not exactly what I wanted. Let's hide the... Yeah, you see from the design would like some stuff. I need more geometry apparently. That was a huge improvement. Still, there are all these lower part that I'm still confused about. This part here that intersects with the head is also tricky. And here we have a lot of joining geometry, which is yeah, and then those curvatures, also a lot of work to do this. maybe why not do something like that here. Right. Okay, let's check what we've got here. Yeah, so maybe I need to push these things up a little. No. Instead, let's put these, because I've changed a lot of stuff there. I see what have intersections, right? Yeah, so this will take a little more time. Not intended to do now. Totally, we're just fixing some, trying to make it look acceptable just for there's this face here, move it front. Maybe these vertices first. Yeah, let's work with the vertices. It's too dark, I cannot see very well what's happening. Not sure what's happening here, so just smooth some vertices. Yeah, I see here. This curvature needs Yeah, so I'll have to be revising this, the model sheet, right, with the model sheet. Just I must make sure that those faces don't get sunk like that. Sunk. And last one. Yeah, so basically just needed to make some basic real equations here. Alright, that seems... At some point when I revise this for truly with the model sheet, then I can make them better. As a whole, yeah. Maybe bringing this more to the side here. Like it is being born very close to this part of the hair. Yeah, That maybe looks nice. All right. Yeah, I think this part improved. Might look weird like that a little, but yeah, this start to get more important. Certainly I need more subdivisions here, so let's already make them. Yeah, let's make one here. No, let's make this one. And J, yeah, so I'm gonna find what to do with those ones later. Mark sharp. I need to keep organizing the roundness here. What do I do with this? Do I really need all those? Yeah, so here we got more stuff to work on. Do I need this subdivision here? Maybe not. Alright, that can work. And yeah, then those will be more refinements, right, to these shapes, which will be very time consuming, but just preparing the terrain here. If I looked at some hair references, that could help in many ways, but already what I'm doing is from some ideas that I've got. We'll see where can we go from this. Yeah, maybe I need this one. Yeah, so the pattern there's could be, yes, one is sunken, then the other is going outside. It's just that I couldn't figure out what is the best and here there's some crazy things. Yeah, I need to reinforce this in some ways. Yeah, there's some conflicting what does what. So either I could dissolve one or make a new one. But okay, for now, what I can say is that let's continue with this.
E aquela musiquinha de fundo, ou seja, dá para assistir vídeos enquanto você
Continuing here, I really want to see the finish of this. So technically, if I am very close to some conclusion here for the mesh thing, even the eyes, the face, which is a very delicate thing, I think I'm satisfied enough, even though that'll be sort of a rush. Yeah, I need to still retake a little more this hair. And then if I can achieve this tomorrow, maybe I'll address the face just a little more. Then I'll make the mouth, the lips, which some last experimental thing that worked for mouth rigging with geometry nodes and booleans and some joint stuff. Yes, so I needed to revise this thing because yeah, so there is a problem here that I've edited all this mesh. So if I duplicate now from the mesh of the body, that will be a disaster. So I cannot have to remake all this design. So this is sadly this snapping doesn't control the distance. You see, there's a lot of space there that is remaining before serious intersection starts to occur. See that some faces here are really not super good for this cloth, so let's have to probably retake some stuff here. This is not good, so I need some sort of special attention to such details. Yeah, I think I just don't want these that seems to work. It's some caveats, but actually this is because zero 3. Ah, no, I cannot play that. So let's do one by one. Anything else? No, I think it was only that. So here, yeah, these ones. What is the value of this? 1. All right. It's not totally working for here. Some bad shading. It's always difficult to understand how that thing interacts. What's happening here? There is a possibility that if I just get maybe some maybe this can solve the problem. technically this shouldn't need this kind of face loop there. Oh, actually, yes, it's sort of a skin-tight cloth, so yes, maybe that's okay. Here we have a problem, so let's just do this. This could go then here. Yeah, so you don't get exaggerated pole here. This already has 6. Alright, so this is already very close to causing intersections, so let's assume this is good enough. Yeah. There's some change there, I think. Alright, like this it's fine, maybe it is. No, not like that. Maybe I should change this angle. Alright, let's accept this one and turn on. I don't know what about this. Something when I turn on, there seem to be some outline, beautiful outline, but I don't know where this comes from. So maybe it's just a glitch. So folks, yeah, this was quite long enough. Lots of progress here. So basically the hair is nearly completed. Let's look at here. Geometry, costume, yeah, the costume is done. So this is hair, and then face, yeah. So this is more, the face is more like muzzle area region. Oh, and make lips, right? This revision actually, not retakes. Just see if that is, if she really looks as she needs. And from that we will be ready to go. Yeah, I already skin texture or eyes. Maybe I shouldn't care. All the other shaders, they would be no texture. This is just like this one, the skin and the vest here. So yeah, only that. I like the contrast between the trousers and the rest. So that's it. No. Oh, I could give a special design to the coat, to the shirt, like a dragon thing. No, I think it will be too exaggerated. We have a lot going on here outside, so no, let's leave like that to simplify. Also, you could have other extra clothes variations. So it's just, I want, we did that sort of, yeah, did that. So it's just the skin texture. And yeah, this one. Let's move this down. Once I complete the skin texture, wow, so close, yes, to restart rigging, indeed. Oh, the mouth, yeah, lips, very important. So this model, so this will be the Boolean strategy. Boolean object is this required for, yes, for geometry nodes, yeah. So yeah, so I'll show the power of this thing. I won't open the file now, but that this is working, but she'll be our, yeah, so the tip of the nose, yeah, the nose thing, it's sharper. I don't know how to work for her in 3D yet. So nose, how is it? Nose style, yeah, adaptations and other features. But I was sort of more or less successful with the approach to the eyebrow and the eyebrows and the eyelashes. The eyelash looks very close to the ones of her sister, but it's working. Characterize Aisha quite enough, not as much as I liked, but in the adaptation you have to make some effort. One thing that I could do, I never tried, maybe I should, that could be a complete game changer, so let's try something like that. So eyelashes texture, this kind of texture that uses those grainy stylistic strokes, nearly paint-like stuff. It's transparent, right? It has some transparency, so it's a little bit tricky to do, but today there are a lot of resources on that, and that could allow me to recreate exactly the kind of, not exactly, but closer to, not a bold and interesting plastic-like eyelash, but something more related to what should look the character design of this character. Yes. Oh, the crystal on the forehead. Let's add this. So this is like another model thing. So this just a little detail here. Yeah, growing lips, but as things that I remember are fundamental. So once I reach the lips, this will be mostly rigging already. I believe I will be able to do this, complete the hair tomorrow, then muzzle regions, crystal, maybe not the texture, but yeah, all those three at least. So yes, it is evolving quite nicely. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope that was inspiring, that it's being inspiring, and take care and happy blending. See you tomorrow or any other day. And I'm completing a tutorial alongside this stuff, rigging tutorial for some what's the name of the things. It'll be ready soon, maybe in 2 days, maybe tomorrow. Tutorial regarding armature, no, deform rig and control rig, how to make them different, and changing the rest position for only one part of the body. Some strange techniques and methods I'll present for some sort of advanced organic rigging stuff. Can be useful. See ya, folks, and take care. Happy blending. Bye.